Welcome back here at Lawn Master's Paradise. Here with Lawn Master. We're going to be taking on a challenge today and taking out the oak tree that's growing in here. And so what I'm going to end up having to do is remove all these lava rocks and also move that rock there. Take out most of this aloe vera. And yeah, to remove all the aloe vera, I'm gonna have to dig it out with a shovel or something and remove a lot of it because I still have a lot here, so I don't really need all this aloe vera. So it's probably it's all gonna get thrown away. But that's the task at hand. We need to take out this oak tree before it gets too big, because that's a very big tree. If you've seen in the backyard of Lawn Master's Paradise, my neighbor's tree is really, really big. That's how big they get. And we don't need problems. So there's phase one before, and we'll show you the middle part when we start tearing into it. Alright, here's the broken down portion. So how this is going to work, I have to come in here and dig this thing out, because if I don't dig this out, it will regrow because it still has roots in the ground. You want to tear up the roots of the oak. So I have to get down into the root zone to tear this out completely so it doesn't regrow. Same thing with this one right here that I'm holding. Got to get into the root zone. You can't just do this. You cannot do this. You can't just cut it and think it's going to happen. But what ends up happening is you cut the root zone of the oak tree, and that will stimulate that it shoots more roots down into the dirt, so deeper it goes if you cut them like this, because it will regrow. Or you can drill it, which is too small. You can drill a small hole into it and try to kill it, which, you know, whatever. But all this has to come out, as you can tell. All this will regrow, I think, simply for the fact that, like I said with the Birds of Paradise, how the root zone is, this is the same way. If you just come in and cut them off, you see this? This is the root. It will regrow. Okay? It will regrow. So I'm coming in here and tearing all this out, cleaning it up, getting into here so I can tear out the oak trees, because oak trees are massive and they will take over and they will break your concrete and cause a ton of damage, just like that thing up there. That palm is also a problem because it leaves seeds, and then the rain hits, it gets those seeds wet and it germinates those seeds, and then you got another palm growing. I got 2 or 3 in my backyard growing right now. So here's a little update from this. This is what it looks like. We'll give you another update after I get more done. Alright, Lawn Master here, back again. So here's what it looks like. We've gotten a lot done. This is basically all I'm going to be done for now. Cleaned it up, pulled some weeds, and that's about it. I'm going to put the rocks back and water this area nice, and I got an area to clean up over here before I do all that. Still got to clean all this, but the majority of it's done. The oak tree is out. The aloe that is going crazy is out. We have a rock here. We're gonna replace that, and the shrub looks good. It's trimmed. This whole area is looking a lot nicer, a lot more open like it used to be. Not all clustered and all messy. I still got an area of trimming and stuff like there. But other than that, there's a ton of work that got done within a few hours. Let's recap of what we did, or what we started with in the video when I was talking about how we're going to take this out. And if you want, and when I taught you, is leave the roots in like this, leave the roots in, because I know that this will regrow, and whatever is there is going to regrow too. So yeah, make sure that you know your root zone of what you're tearing out, because if you don't know what you're doing and you go willy-nilly crazy and start tearing stuff out that you want to save and try to replant, well, you probably can't, because of the root zone can't regrow itself. I don't know about this shrub, if I cut it down to the nubs of the stump, and I don't think it would regrow. This pine bush thing right here, I don't know if I cut it down it would regrow. Probably not. Same with the other shrub behind there. This, I don't know if it would regrow right here if I, mangled it. But I know for sure, because of the root zone and of the roots of how the aloe vera grow, I know that aloe will regrow. This Birds of Paradise, I knew it would regrow because of the way the roots were growing and how the roots were growing. And you can do that to some plants that have that, that root zone that can establish itself, just like Bermuda. If it has a root zone just like Bermuda, and you see that, then you can go in and tear it apart, and it will regrow itself, as long as you water it and keep it, watered, and it's getting enough water. This, I don't know, I'm gonna have to work on it. It's kind of burned up. This still needs a little bit of work. But other than that, we got a majority of stuff done here at the Lawn Master's Paradise. Today is landscaping. So if you don't know how to do landscaping, make sure you go on YouTube or go to Rip Master Studios at Lawn Master's Paradise YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe for more content. What else? I don't know. I see there's a lot of these old lights in here. I'm gonna have to go through and probably rewire a lot, but this place is so old that there's probably wires under this sago. There's probably wires under here. There's probably wires over there somewhere. It's just not really worth replacing. Plus the box that's in the garage is old. This is the old system. This was back in the day when my parents were alive, and my grandma and my dad. This was really nice, decked out, really nice. Then it just got overgrown, and that's kind of what happens. But if you really want to do a whole rework of this whole area, I mean complete, like down to ripping out all the lava rock, ripping out all this old felt, coming in, just kind of scraping away the old dirt, remounding it, that would cost $25,000-$30,000 at least to get around the bushes and stuff like that. And this sago, you'd have to get around that. But yeah, so anyways, so that's about it from here for Lawn Master at the Lawn Master's Paradise. We are doing landscaping today. Usually do a big landscape once a year, or try to do it every 6 months, but other things come up and we can't get to a lot of projects, so I'm able to get to this project. So all right, from Lawn Master, please like and subscribe if I haven't said that already. Please go to Rip Master Studios at Lawn Master's Paradise on YouTube, and see you guys in the next one. All right, here is the finished product. We are finished. We are about to water this. So one last look before we start watering everything in. Got the bushes trimmed. Cleaned up as much as I could. So it's all back together. I'm leaving that open. So yeah. Everything's pretty much done. Just need to water it in now and all that stuff to regrow and be happy. So from Lawn Master at Lawn Master's Paradise, we'll see you in the next one. Alright, welcome back with Lawn Master. So this is all we've been doing, is just tearing this area out, cleaning it up, doing a ton of work, and shaping the bush, cleaning it, going all the way around, kind of getting it back to where it should be. And there's a big rock under here I found. So a few more. I think I'm going to take out this little area here, and then this little tree needs to come out, and then I'm just going to leave this little piece here, and that's about it. But yeah, other than that, the landscape is going to be looking nice again. I'm going to come through and blow everything out. It's going to take another probably hour or two of blowing it out, probably an hour, and then blowing it out to the street, cleaning it all up. And then after it's all cleaned up, I'm going to come through and water everything, make sure it's good. Then after that, clean more stuff up, throw the rocks back in, and make it look good again, at least decent. So coming this fall, we won't have a catastrophe of tons of leaves and stuff to do. So alright, I think that is it from Lawn Master at Lawn Master's Paradise. We'll check back in after everything is cleaned up and done. Alright, see you guys in the next one. Welcome back here with Lawn Master. Alright, so we have ripped out the oak and took out all of the aloe vera. Like I said, I still have roots here, so all I need to do is water that, and that's when it regrow. Okay, as long as you understand how your aloe vera grows, it will regrow itself. As long as you understand the roots, the root zone of a plant is the most crucial thing to learn, because that's how it's going to reproduce itself, as long as you know what you're doing. Just like here for my birds of paradise, I cut it all the way down, the same thing like I did here. I cut this all the way down to the stumps, put in some soil conditioning, soil health, a bunch of stuff, and now look at it. It's finally starting to regrow and things like that. But that's the most crucial, is if you don't understand your root zone of a plant, and you go in there and rip it out and start tearing into things you want to rip into, well, you might just be killing something you might like. So be careful of what you're doing on your plants when you're doing a landscape or removal of a tree in your landscape or anything like that. Make sure you know what you're doing. Just like this plant, if I came in with this bush and ripped it down, I know nothing about this bush. I don't know anything about the root zone of it. But if I came in and ripped it out just came in and chopped it, like I did those bushes in front, this would die. That tree looking bush, I don't know what that thing is called, right here. If I came in and cut that down, I don't think it would regrow. So is that other bush behind it. That bush down there, right down there past the sagos, if I came in and ripped that out, I don't think it would regrow. See, I understand a lot of some plants, like aloe vera, I've done a lot of research on. In aloe vera, you can come in and rip the foliage off and just and cut it down, and it will regrow. As long as you understand the root zone of a plant, you're fine. But if you don't know the root zone of a plant and you go in there and rip it out, oh, you're causing more harm than good. So, by the way, this is the finished product. I'm coming through and kind of cleaning all this up. I'll be trimming up this bush with these right here, as we talked about in our how to use your yard tools series. So we're using those to trim this bush, trim it back, trim it around, trim it up, and make it look nice because it's overgrown. I also need to pull this what is a holly, some kind of holly bush. I do not like those in my landscape. If you do have them and you like them, well, they got really thick thorns and they're prickly and they will hurt you. So you got to be very careful with them. I just want to rip them out, so I'm going to be digging that out. And as of this, I think I'm going to clean this up a little bit. I think I'm going to take out some more aloe vera so it's not so wild. So it's nice and clean and kept up and clean. There we go. Kept up with the cleanliness. So we're getting this back into shape here. So we'll come back after we're cleaned up and everything's back where it should be. So we're throwing our rock over here, all that lava rock right there. We'll be cleaning all this up. By the way, this is the oak tree as a baby. Look at that root ball. Look at that. That is just, that's this big already. You know, that's just a baby, okay? Now look at this one. Look at that. That was a baby too. Look how big it is. I mean, people like your oak trees. Well, obviously I hate them in my landscape because they get so ginormous. If you haven't seen the tree in my backyard, go to some of my videos and you'll see my neighbor's tree that's leaning literally over his house. And I read online that those trees are so big you can't cut down yourself. You have to get the government or a professional arborist to come in or do some kind of tree magic. I don't know. But this is the state as the island of paradise. And we're cleaning this up. It's been kind of neglected out over the few years I've been taking care of it. I mean, it's somewhat clean. I mean, it's walkable, manageable. I got my neighbor's big, ginormous tree that's going to be falling leaves everywhere. So I want to get this cleaned up so when leaves do come in this area, and they do collect, I tell you, it's a pain in the butt when you have to do all this. When you get that big tree from my neighbor and you have to collect all those leaves and blow them out, it's tedious and time consuming. So, alright, and that's the bush. Alright, from Lawn Master and Lawn Master's Paradise, we'll see you later on.